Hello friends, in this video we are going to discuss the methods of charging a body. Methods of charging a body. There are three methods of charging a body, that is charging by conduction, charging by friction, and the third one is charging by electrostatic induction. So first of all we will have to understand the concept of charging a body. How to charge a body? So you know that every body has certain number of free electrons in it, and the charge is the property which develops on a body due to transfer of electrons from one body to another body. This transfer of electron we can achieve in different ways, and when a body loses electrons, when a body loses electrons from it, then it acquires a positive charge. Suppose this is the body, suppose this is body A and this is body B, and if electrons are transferred from this body to this body, electron transfer takes place from body A to body B, then the body A which loses electrons will acquire positive charge, and the body B which gains electrons will acquire negative charge. So charge is a property which is developed on the body due to transfer of electrons, right? So charge is the property or entity which develops on a body due to transfer of electrons, right? So this is the basic concept behind charging of any body. The body which loses electrons acquires positive charge, and the body which gains electrons acquires negative charge. Now we will discuss the three methods of charging the body one by one. So first of all we will discuss charging by conduction. You might have heard in your 11th class about conduction of heat, right? Suppose if we touch the one end of a hot body, then heat flows from the hot end to the cold end by the method of conduction. Actually heat flow in solids takes place through the method of conduction. Similarly, suppose if we have a sphere, suppose this is a sphere and this is placed on an insulating stand, and this is metallic sphere, suppose it is metallic sphere placed on insulating stand. Now this sphere is uncharged. There is no charge on this sphere initially. Charge on this sphere is 0. So it is called as uncharged sphere, right? Or you can call it neutral sphere. Neutral means the amount of charges, positive and negative charges, are equal on this sphere. So this sphere will be neutral, or you can call it uncharged, right? Now if we have suppose we have a rod, and suppose this is the rod, and which is having a negative charge on it. This rod is having negatively charged rod, metallic rod. Now if suppose this is the pen, and if this pen is having some negative charge, so if I touch this pen with this sphere, if I touch this rod with this sphere, then some of the negative charge of this rod will get transferred. If I touch this rod with this sphere, then some of the negative charge of this rod will go to the sphere, and the sphere will also acquire some negative charge, and we will call it that the sphere has negatively charged. Now it is negatively charged sphere, right? Similarly we can charge a metallic sphere positively. Similarly if we have another rod which is having some positive charge, if I bring this rod in contact with this sphere, if I touch this rod with the sphere, then some of the positive charge of this rod will go to the sphere also, and the sphere will get positively charged. In this way we can charge a body. So this method of charging a body by bringing a charged body in contact with the uncharged body is called the method of charging a body by conduction. Right? Now we will discuss the second method of charging a body, that is charging by friction. You know that every body has certain number of free electrons in it, and in some bodies electrons are tightly bound, and in some other bodies electrons are loosely bound. Suppose if we rub, when two bodies of different materials are rubbed with each other, if we have two different bodies, suppose this body is first body and this is the second body, if I rub these two bodies like this, if we rub two bodies of different materials with each other, then transfer of electrons takes place from one body to another body, either from this to this or this to this, because in one body electrons may be loosely bound and in other body electrons may be tightly bound. But when two bodies of different materials are rubbed with each other, then due to friction the heat is produced, and by taking that heat electrons are transferred from one body to the other body, right? So the body which loses electrons will acquire positive charge, and the body will gain electron will acquire negative charge. So this method of charging a body is called charging by friction, and the charges so developed on the bodies are called frictional electricity. So we can write, when two bodies of different materials, so the point is different materials, bodies should be of different materials. Suppose if we take bodies of same material, then there will be no transfer of electrons, right? Because in both the bodies electrons are equally strongly bound, so there will be no transfer of electrons from one body to another body. So you always have to take for charging two bodies of different materials. Suppose you can rub a glass rod with a silk cloth, or you can rub a dry hair with comb, right? You can rub a polythene piece with a wool. So you have to take the two bodies of different materials. So when two bodies of different materials are rubbed with each other, then transfer of electrons takes place from one body to another, and the body which